we threw out a lot of the toxic, gender roles, and now they want ass shit.
And now they're gay.
We're your hosts, Tara, Nora, and Allie, and you're listening to Bad Advice Only.
We're just three New York City rats talking about scurrying around the Big Apple. Here, we make the New York City mistakes so you don't have to.
We're begging you. Leave us a review and follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Bad Advice Only NYC. We release new episodes every Monday, so stay tuned, rats.
Welcome back, rats, to another episode of Bad Advice Only.
During the month of Jizz June.
I have to say, because I did the rat chatter too early, and I have to say last week's episode when we talked about your chompers and you went, it came through so clear.
Could you hear it?
I didn't notice, but that's funny.
It was very funny.
Well, today we are talking about gay jizz.
Our favorite gays. Okay, so
Happy Pride, y'all.
Happy Pride. That's exactly what I was about to say. So it is Pride Month, and how could we not do a gay jizz June?
Well, we could not do it as we're all straight-ish.
Well, Tara's kind of gay.
Yeah, I did write in the outline that 2.5 straight women will be talking about.
I think if you add it all up, we're two straight women. Like, if you put all the parts together.
Yeah, you're right.
Between the three of us, there's at least one gay person.
There's at least one gay.
Because Tara's 50%.
Oh, thank you.
So you and I are both 25%.
And I'm like 10.
So math-wise.
We're getting close.
We're a little shy of a one gay woman. I will say this, as the listener who has the most queer, gay, bisexual, etc. friends in the community.
She's always like comparing.
No, I am blanket stating apologies for whatever comes out of my mouth.
Thank you.
During this episode.
You're not a listener, though. You're a host of this podcast.
Oh, did I say? I meant to address that to our listeners.
You're
Sorry,
guys.
guys.
Avid listener.
I sweat out all my coffee on my walk here this morning to the studio. It's 100 degrees outside.
It's so fucking hot.
Can't think straight.
For our proud tourists that don't live in New York, it's going to be 101 degrees, which some people may not think it's that hot, but we don't have central air and we walk everywhere.
And we live in a concrete frying pan with no access to water.
That's 101 degrees Fahrenheit for all you bitches in Celsius. That's way hotter.
Yeah, that's over like 35, I think, for our Euro listeners, which we have a lot of too. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's dive in. Unless, Allie, did you have any updates for us?
No.
Then let's just dive in. Good. Have we been hanging out too much? We have no updates. Okay, let's dive into Gay Jizz June. So I wanted to talk about a few things, but primarily we're going to stick with just gay. The community at large, it's so big. You can't just get 30 minutes and explain the entire community.
So we're going for gay men.
So we're starting with gay men, and if it's a hit, we'll dive deeper into the other parts of the community.
I love gay men.
Yes.
Yeah, how fun,
Sometimes
right?
I think I'm a gay man trapped in a woman's body.
Okay.
You are kind of.
You are a gay man.
You're
trapped
kinda
in a
like
woman's
I got the bitchiness. I got the style.
You're calling gay men bitchy? It's already homophobic.
Already homophobic.
Already.
Yes, my friends are bitchy, and I tell them to their face.
Allie does bring...
You attract the bitchy gays.
She does attract the bitchy gays. I think I attract the gays that pretend to be straight.
No, you
100%.
legit. All Tara's gays are gay men
grungy
who
gays.
Want to pass a straight man.
man.
Or turn them, and we'll talk about that
Yeah.
later. Okay, so I feel like everyone knows only one gay dating app. Say it.
Grindr.
Yeah. Can y'all think of any others?
Bumble, Hinge. Like, you can set any of them to your preferences.
Okay, I love
But
that
do they
Allie
use
said that.
them?
They do. So what Allie just said is that the straight community primarily uses Bumble and Hinge, I would say, like the vanilla people. But gays also use it. And like Allie said, you can switch. So if you're curious, listener, you can just go to your settings and switch
Who
it.
hasn't switched it out of curiosity?
Dude. You haven't, Allie?
No.
I do it all the time.
Oh, I do it all the
I
time.
have too many. You guys yell at me. I have too many friends. Why would I go out with a girl?
I'm not telling you to go out with them. I'm saying just take a peek.
No.
Or see like who likes you. What kind of women
See
you
how
attract.
hot you are.
Yeah.
I know it will be abysmal. So I should
Allie. All women are beautiful. Okay. So the other ones, and I knew this one. I knew 3 of the 6. Grindr, Scruff, Jacked, spelled
Ooh.
Jack apostrophe
that's
D.
an app I want to be on.
Growler, spelled like grinder is without the
Growler.
E. Hornet.
I giggle.
And Sniffies.
Ew.
I don't
knew
like
you would be little
Sniffies.
Bitches with Sniffies.
I wonder how
We listen and
realistic
we don't
these
judge.
are. Did you ask any of your gay friends if they use these?
Yeah, so they've used them all.
Oh, Al, have you heard of any of these from your gay friends?
I just go to the gym with my gays.
They don't
And they
mention
That's
it.
the app, you know?
That's the
Also,
live
a lot
app.
of Allie's gay friends are married men, like married to each other.
Yeah, a lot of yours are married and like kind of committed.
Yeah, or in thruples. I know 2 gay thruple couples.
I love
Oh,
that.
can't wait!
Thruples.
Can't
Well, it's
wait
not
to
a throuple
broach
Yeah, it's not a
that.
throuple couple.
It's
It's
just
a
a
throuple. Yeah, so they're all pretty much the same. They're apps for the queer community. Grindr and Scruff are probably the most popular, I would guess. Sniffies is kind of like
Stop
happen.
saying it. You gotta stop saying it.
You know,
So
like
gross.
Sniffies? I like it.
Why would you?
Are you sniffing panties? Like,
Yeah,
what's
what are you
the-
sniffing?
What are they sniffing? Buttholes?
Okay, so it's kind of like the old app Happen. Is that what it's called?
Oh, yeah,
I love
Happen.
Happen,
So,
guys.
similar to Grindr, it alerts you when you're like near.
Oh, because you're
dick.
sniffing for dick.
Yeah, you're sniffing out that dick.
They
okay.
couldn't have just rebranded Happen?
Yeah, I love Happen. Happen
Or like
was so funny.
Okay.
Nearby dick.
Nearby dick, NBD.
So the other two
Copyright.
things that I want to talk about, and I want to spend majority of the time on these two instead of just like the dating apps, but I did want to educate our listeners on a few other apps in case they're getting a little curious from this episode.
They're getting a little gay.
Getting a little gay. I hope that my goal at the end of this episode is everyone's just a little gay.
When this airs on June 30th, by July 1st,
You'll
we'll
be
have
gay.
25% more gay listeners.
I love that.
Yes.
With a goal.
So I want to talk a little bit about gay slang and then also share some of my favorite gay stories of like some of my gay friends who have. I'm just envious of how the gay man gets to sleep around.
Yeah.
I'm so
They have a ball.
jealous.
Literally.
Literally. a
Because
ball.
if there's no women involved, then they're not judging. Nobody's judging.
no one's judging, no one's
your
getting pregnant.
sexuality.
It's easy.
You're just having fun.
You're just having a good fucking time. Okay, so let's go through some of the gay slang. I think you'll know most of them, but we're gonna quiz you. First one, baby gay.
Oh, that's when someone has come out recently and they're like learning the ropes of being gay.
Ding ding ding.
And
Correct.
I would call it a gaby.
A gayby is way better.
Gaby.
A bear,
Big boy. Big,
That's-
burly.
big and burly,
Big burly
hairy.
guy.
Yeah, hairy
Yeah.
big guy who's gay. Don't forget.
Okay, gold star.
Oh, I know this one.
Answer.
A gold star has never slept with a woman. They are 100% gold star gay.
What's the one that also doesn't come out of a vagina?
Okay,
Platinum star.
Platinum star is really controversial.
Is
but
Why?
I mean, it's very made up.
It's all made up.
But this one's like a stretch. So
A platinum star for the listener is
a man who is gay, who never even, when they were delivered as a baby, they were not delivered vaginally. So they have physically never touched a
Like a
vagina.
C-section.
So they're
they've
C-section
never
babies.
touched a vagina.
But, like,
platinum star.
Here's my argument with that, and come at me, gays. It's not sexual to come out of a fucking
No, but
vagina.
that's still
But they've never
platinum star.
touched
They
it.
wouldn't even. They've never even touched it.
I guess. I don't know.
I would brag about it.
I would brag.
I mean, yeah, I would
I'm
too.
neither a gold star straight or gay.
Same. This one might be my absolute favorite. Father son.
Ew.
A daddy son moment.
Sorry, I thought.
you've role played daddy daughter.
I know,
but
you
I thought too literally in the gay sense.
You're also okay with father son.
Yeah.
Whoa. We're not going into an incest thing, and I'm not okay with fathers.
You love incest. Nora's pro that.
Nora's
For
pro
a different
incest and
episode.
bestiality.
For a different episode.
This is a kink in which guys of dramatically different ages have sex while fantasizing that one is the son and the other is the
Ew.
father. To make this work, you'll have to say son or dad while you're doing it.
Guys, I might have to explore my homophobia because I love daddy daughter, but father son fucks
What's
me
the
up.
difference between daddy daughter and father son? Like I would argue daddy daughter is much worse.
It is.
Like much worse.
I don't know. I don't know. I just hadn't thought of it. Okay.
So, okay, it's 2 against 1. Nora thinks father-son is worse. And Allie and I think father-daughter's worse. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, they're all just fantasies, but I just hadn't thought of that one.
Okay. She's now taking the homophobic, right?
I knew you two would lose. Okay. So those are just a few of many, many terms that you can use on your dating apps. But I don't want to spend too much time on that because we've got some stories. So let's talk about your friend. I have so much jealousy for the gay community when it comes to gay men hooking up with each other.
Same, me too. It's so nice.
It's
and they're not scared of dying.
accessible.
Like, oh, it
It's
sounds
easy.
so lovely.
And Allie has the perfect example of
I have
the
so many
ease.
examples. Like they can just, and it depends on which group I'm with, right? Because there are some that have predetermined rules. And to your point earlier, like I have a lot of friends who are married. I have fewer friends who are single for sure. But, you know, some have like open discussions around who and when and how they can sleep with others. And
So they're in open marriages of some
Open
in a
marriages.
sense, yeah. And then the others
But for
are
the gay man, that's pretty monogamous.
right. And then for the others, they are not allowed to sleep with anybody else unless it's at the same
In the
time.
same room. Yeah.
That's my rule.
So I okay. Coming to you soon, Nora, Daddy, and Son. She is looking for 2 males, guys. 2 male,
I
female,
might have to
male.
give up on that search, but
I don't think you should give up.
Female, Daddy, Son.
Maybe
works.
one of our listeners, I know a lot of podcasters that hook up with their listeners, so maybe you'll get 2 gentlemen to offer to Eiffel Tower you.
So I think some of the craziest stories that come top of mind, actually one just happened yesterday, but okay, I was hanging out with one of my gays and they were like, hey, I'll be right there. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like waiting for them outside their building. And then they come out and we're going for a walk and I'm like, hey, how's your day going? He goes, good. And he's just like wiping his mouth a little bit. I'm like, are you okay? Like, are you drooling? Like, is my beauty like making you drool? Because, you know, I love to joke with my gays. And he was like, no, I actually just was on my way down and there was a really hot delivery driver and I took him in the stairwell and I blew him. And I go, well, that was my question. I was like, literally how?
Also, the generosity. Like,
No.
did he
Yeah.
Did he receive anything?
No, I don't think that is what he wanted. I think he just wanted to
Blow
did
a
he do
delivery.
according to him, they made eye contact. No words were spoken.
They never
It
are.
reminds me,
They
we'll
never
talk about this another time, but how you made out with a stranger on a plane one time, Nora. Like, no words
No
spoken. You
words.
just have that energy. And
I do not exude that much sexual energy because
No,
this has
me
never happened
either.
to me.
it happened to me on a plane. Listener will tell it another day.
I guess one thing led to another, and he must have just pulled him into. I didn't even know there was a stairwell in this building. Like,
So he's a delivery driver. They
For sure.
lock eyes, and he just pulls him into a stairwell and blows him.
that's
Pulls
the
his
story.
pants down.
Wow. No
That's
words.
amazing.
But then again, I had another gay who was at this spot where I have a crush on somebody, and we were all hanging out, and the crush was there. This is like the most beautiful man I've ever seen in my life, and I keep seeing him around, and I never have the courage to go up and talk to this man because he's actually so hot. You've seen him before, the tatted guy.
Oh, he's so hot.
Damn.
He lives in a
We
building.
Literally
love-
the hottest man
We
I've
love
ever
a
seen in my
tatted
life.
man.
He's so cute. And he's
And-
nice.
If you're listening, tatted man.
No, I know. His name's Jordan. I love him.
Oh my
How'd you get his
How
name?
did I get his name? Because my gay, as soon as I left, literally within 5 minutes, I get a text message and it's just Jordan, tatted guy from pool, dog washer.
Dog
And I was like, I thought he was a nurse. And he was like, no, we talked for like the whole time after you left. Like,
He thought his
he-
dog washing scrubs were nursing scrubs.
no. It turns out he's not a doctor or a nurse. I don't know why he's been wearing scrubs because he's, I guess, in sales.
What?
Very weird.
All right, we are losing this
No,
story.
but he's not a dog. Well, I kept asking. I was like, well, is he a dog washer? Like, because no judgment, but like, he might not be the one for me. That's his primary source of income. But I think he's starting his own dog washing business. Anyway, just to prove a point that like they're very social.
Yeah.
And they
So
kind
talk
of
to
get away with straight men and gay men.
Oh, I know.
Because that
did,
guy's
did he hook up
fully,
with it?
No, he's fully straight.
But
He was trying to talk me up, he said, but
I'm
this
worried
guy's
he's trying to
dating
steal
somebody.
him for you.
Yeah.
No, we agreed to it that, like,
He's yours. You called dibs.
if we do a house party and he's interested in both, we'll figure it out.
Rock, paper, scissors?
No,
Same time.
same time.
That'd be cute.
He said, I wouldn't mind you to peg me, and I said,
Oh.
Allie, do you want to borrow my strap
no,
on?
I can't peg him. We're too close.
Yeah, I don't think
You could
should.
do it. You
I
could do it.
don't want to do it.
Okay, so we're talking about just like the ease for this, like, dick is available.
It's
Assholes are
available.
available.
Yeah, it's
there's
lovely.
just always available.
Blowjobs. They're giving.
So-
They're so generous.
They're so
Really?
generous. Except for Cowboy.
Cowboy gay, our
the
friend,
gay
is a
Cowboy
little
is
selfish.
not a generous lover. Just like me. That's why we love each
I've
other.
never met the gay cowboy. I don't think
he's-
he'd like me, though.
You know, he might not.
He might not.
that
He's more of
kinda
a Tara gay.
He's more of a
You're a
Tara
fruit
gay.
fly, and I'm.
We need a name for like fruit fly versus
And whatever
whatever,
the fuck I
Tara
am.
is.
Grunge gay.
Grunge gay.
Grunge
yeah.
gay. What? Okay, so I asked him. We were talking about all of his like great sex that he gets to have all the time, anonymous
Yeah.
sex, and I was like, well, tell me. Has there ever been a moment where you've gotten into a dangerous situation? I need to know. Like, surely you're going in no name. Some people just leave their door unlocked and sit with their ass up in the air.
Oh my
and a man
God.
just walks in the room, fucks him, and leaves.
That's
Like,
incredible.
it's incredible.
To be fair, we've all had our fair share of showing up in an apartment and a naked person is waiting for us. Like,
So he was like, oh, yeah, something really bad happened to me one time. And I was like, oh, my God, are you okay, gay cowboy? And he's like, yeah, I got catfished so hard. And I was like, okay. And he goes, the guy was fucking fat.
oh my God.
And I was like, okay, yes, that's catfishing, but like, where's
Like,
the
how much
danger?
fatter?
That's not danger.
I did ask how much fatter, Allie, so I'm glad we're on the same wavelength. He said,
no, I get
this
it.
and I quote, because I didn't say this, listener, he had to pull up his stomach to see his dick.
Oh no.
And he goes, I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to sleep with him. He catfished me. And I'm like, where's the danger in the story? And he was like, we ended up completely naked. And I'm like, how? How do you end up completely naked? Just leave.
And gay cowboy's hot.
No, gay cowboy's hot.
Top hot.
He keeps trying to go down on me because I don't believe he's good at licking pussy.
Well, we need that for the
Yeah,
pod.
please.
Why are you saying no?
Listen, it's going to happen at some point.
Yeah, I think
it's
we should do
inevitable.
that. We
It's
need to know.
absolutely inevitable
Oh man,
that
his boyfriend's hot too.
you
if
can fuck
someone's
him.
gonna do it, I'd like to.
Why don't one of you get the boyfriend, one of you get the
They
cowboy?
would be, they would be down to have sex with you, I bet.
I think I'd be down. Yeah, they're really handsome. They're both really hot.
Yeah, you got to get on prep. So anyways, I'm like waiting for this story, and he's like, yeah, so the situation goes, we both end up naked, and he really wants me to fuck him. So I'm like, I don't want to fuck him. And so I just start jerking myself off, and I made myself come.
That's crazy.
So I
No,
could
that's
leave.
crazy.
That is crazy.
Also-
First of all, why not just put your pants on and walk out?
First of all,
Right.
why
no-
even get undressed?
I need the gay cowboy to know that this is not a dangerous situation. How dare you describe this as one? But two,
Some fat guy really put me at
this
ease.
fat guy made me jerk off.
Made me jerk off.
So I
wonder where
wouldn't
he
have to
came.
penetrate him.
I'm curious where
He was
he
like,
came.
lift that tummy up.
But yeah, he basically just was like, "Oops, sorry, I came too early. Gotta go," and left.
Do you know what's funny?
I'm mind blown. Like, I'm speechless that he could come.
Can you imagine if a woman could only come once, and so we
And
just
then
like
they're
flick
like,
the clit
"Gotta
really quick, and they're like,
go.
"Oops, I came before you. Gotta
to
go."
the least sexy situation possible. Like, that's what's
Oh, yeah.
crazy to me.
The fact
Like,
that he could get himself to
No,
come.
How did he
actually
get hard?
incredible. How did he get it done?
how did he
Dude,
get hard?
The
Like,
gay cowboy is a magical creature.
He's a man.
he's a magically blurred.
He really is a magical creature.
This reminds me of my gay friend.
You have a gay friend?
yeah, Nora has one that she doesn't
Well,
keep in touch
Oh,
with.
I
kinda
remember
lost touch.
him.
We kind of
We've
lost
lost touch.
No bad blood. We just sort of lost touch
Right,
over
we went
the
to his
years.
birthday party in Brooklyn like 7 years ago and never saw him again.
Didn't you make out with him?
Yeah, once. Yeah, we made out. I think he fingered me. Anyway,
And he was like, I'm gay.
related.
He's inside
No.
Nora. I gotta tell you,
I
For sure, like dick.
I knew he was gay before that. Anyway, but it's funny because I knew him for years and he wasn't out and he didn't tell me he was gay. And in fact, he seemed very straight. Like
he was straight passing.
he would consistently, we would always go out. He would talk to me about his dates with presumably women, and he would give me all the deets, and like we just loved talking dating. Maybe that should have been a sign, but it was always about women. But I always noticed he had an unusual amount of stories about anal.
Describe unusual amount.
Like
Quantify
every time. Like every time we would talk sex, he was like, well, during anal. And I'd be like, he does a lot of anal. And
Is he saying she, her pronouns?
Yes. That's
Wow,
why I didn't
he
know.
was
Okay,
closeted.
I have something
He
to
should
say
have just
after
switched to the vagina. But anyway, this
couldn't.
reminds
Too gay.
Your gay cowboy story reminds me because one time he was telling me a story about how he got catfish. Very similar. He just showed up to someone's house, and I was like, wow, that's crazy that a woman let you do that. And then he was like, yeah, she didn't really look like how I thought she would. And I was like, oh, what was wrong? And he goes, she had like a really large gut. And I was like, what? Like, women don't. You would describe a woman as
we don't
having
carry
a gut.
that.
We don't
Were you like,
carry
was she
the weight
pregnant?
there. We don't
How hard was it to have created 8,000 dating stories about men by calling them women? Like, I would
He's
get
confused.
confused.
He's now confused. He's now
No,
bisexual.
I don't know how he did it, but yeah, he eventually came out as gay, and I was like, oh.
You were like, that girl with that gut.
I was like, that gut makes more sense.
that beer belly.
I don't think I would have put two and two together, though, Nora. I think I would have been like, wow, you really ran through some chicks to figure this out.
This is my homophobe coming through. I would have been like, a lot of ass play. It's a little gay.
Little guy.
A little gay. Like when people are like, I want you to rim me, I'm like, I think you might also
Dude,
like men.
straight guys love getting rimmed nowadays, though.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's the new thing.
It's the fucking Gen Z.
Gen Z, they
Gen
love
Z
it.
loves
They love
ass
it.
We
play.
threw out a lot of the toxic, gender roles, and now they
they're
want
like-
ass shit.
And now they're gay.
They're fluid.
Gen Z is
They're
all
so
very
fluid. This is actually reminding me of one other incident, and it's kind of like on the sense of maybe turning straight guys gay a little bit, but this guy's already straight. Like he hasn't come out as gay. So Tara and I one time, and I don't know what we should call him. We'll call him Pretty Boy.
Pretty
Ooh,
boy.
I like that.
Because he's a
not,
pretty
though.
boy.
He is a pretty boy.
Okay.
Objectively, he's a pretty boy.
Objectively a pretty boy.
Once you get to know his personality, he's annoying.
Less pretty.
That's pretty.
But
Wait,
there's
was
this-
Nora with us? No, she was parked in the boat.
She was peeing in the grass.
I was peeing in the grass.
Just visualize that, listener.
Visual.
Nora is maybe 150 feet away peeing on a hill in grass, and Tara and I are left on the dock with Pretty Boy. And this was our first time having ever met Pretty
First
Boy.
encounter.
First
First
encounter. We had spent already 2 hours with this person, and we didn't really learn much, except that this guy
I don't mind
was
it.
a real jerk.
He wasn't very nice.
And he's straight.
He's straight.
That's important context.
He's a one-upper. He thinks that he knows everything. And that's not really the kind of people that we like to hang out with. And Tara and I are on this dock waiting for our friends to park the boat and for Nora to stop pissing before
Mostly
we can
waiting
leave.
for Nora to
This
stop
is getting
pissing.
really specific and identifiable. But okay.
And I forget totally what happened, but you were talking to him, Tara.
He was being really sexual, and I just don't like it when men are trying to be sexual, especially in a first encounter.
Straight men.
Straight men being sexual. It feels a little aggressive.
So Tara starts baiting him.
So I bait him. So I'm like, yeah, well, if you want to bend over, I will peg you. And he was like, oh, yeah, I get my dick sucked by my barber all the time.
And we were like, really? And he's like, well, only when we're drunk and only when I see my barber. And we were like,
well, how often
he's
do you...
like, but it's not gay though.
He
And we
goes-
were like, well, it's a little gay.
He goes, well, he's sucking my dick, so there's nothing gay about it.
There's nothing gay about
Nothing
getting
gay.
your dick sucked.
That's our favorite line. And we're like,
It's a little
It's a
gay.
little gay.
It's a little gay.
So I was like, well, how often are you drinking with your barber? And he's like, every time I see him.
which, by the way, men get their hair cut like every 6
well,
weeks.
that's okay. This friend has now recently become engaged, and I would say we're not really closely like that friends with him. But when I found out the news that this was going to happen, because I heard it like through
The rumor mill.
yeah, the rumor mill. Like obviously we're not close
rumor
enough.
mill.
And this guy, I just go, oh, this poor barber. Like, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna be at the wedding?
And
Listen.
for clarification, he got engaged to a
A
woman.
woman. Yeah.
So here's the thing. he's still going to be seeing the barber.
No, he's definitely still seeing the
The
barber.
barber's still doing his job.
Still getting that tip.
I don't know if he tips him. That's fucked.
No, he tips him.
He better.
good.
If you know what I mean.
Oh.
Slides that
She
tip
just-
right in.
She winked at me, y'all.
Slides that
Ugh.
tip right into his belt.
This is my last and absolute favorite story about the gay cowboy. And again, I just envy him and his
Gay
lifestyle.
cowboy. I want like a shirt with like a
Gay
stencil of
cowboy.
a gay cowboy.
Dude,
No,
I think
I
that
agree.
could be part
I
of our
think he
merch.
could have such a brand.
He has
he's-
a brand.
He's
He's
so
an icon.
handsome. And
He's
yeah.
such an icon. So, anyways, this is my favorite story to date. I'm sure there will be many, many more. But he goes on an annual ski trip with all his straight friends.
Skis.
He skis. Oh yeah, he's the dream.
He is
he's
my
the dream
husband.
guy. So he skis. He's the full package. But he goes with all of his straight friends, and they're like boyfriends and husbands, and they always do an annual ski trip, right? So one year they're on the mountain, and the gay cowboy catches the eye of a cute boy, and they chat a little bit on the slopes, whatever. Next
On the
day,
slopes?
No
Yeah.
one's ever. They confuse me
No.
with a little boy when I
No,
go
you
skiing.
never
no
get
one's
hit on
ever.
You
the
never get hit on the slopes. You look like a
'Cause you look
pile
ridiculous.
of
No,
No, I
trash.
look like a fat
Go on.
potato.
Yeah,
Go
everyone
on.
looks 50 pounds heavier. Yeah, it's very confusing how gay men can just pull motherfuckers. So they see each other the next day while they're getting on the gondola. And it's a big enough gondola for like his
No.
whole friend group to get on.
It's fate.
And
I mean, to recognize somebody once, yet alone twice, 2 different days, and
Gotta
then be on
suck
the
his
same
dick.
chairlift.
You
You
tell me.
have to.
yo,
Did he suck
listen.
his dick on the gondola?
Well, the gay cowboy definitely didn't suck his dick. He's not a giver like that. He's a selfish lover just like me. So he tells his friends, hey, you get on this gondola, go ahead. He waits, gets on the next gondola, make sure it's just him and the guy. The guy sucks him off to completion, to
Shut
displetion.
on the
That's a-
gondola?
on the gondola.
2-minute or less ride.
2 minute
ladies.
or less ride.
Holy shit.
And sucks him off, gets off the gondola, meets up with his friends, and his friends are like, what happened? And the gay cowboy is like, oh, he just sucked me off real quick before this ride. Let's go.
To completion.
All of the boyfriends and husbands were so impressed. The whole trip, they were like, can you do it again? Can you? They wanted him. They were like, what about that guy? They were wingmanning so hard after
I
that
have
because they're so
many
jealous.
They're so
follow-up
jealous.
They're
questions.
so jealous
That gay
that
men
this
get
is
to
an
do
option
this.
for gay men. Straight men.
Hey, straight men, it's an option for you if you stop killing and raping women.
Yeah, I would suck a guy off to
love to.
completion.
I thought you were going to
love
say
to.
if you just let a gay man suck your dick, but that too.
that too.
Both of those.
That
Those are,
too.
those are
Both
your
ring
options.
true.
Those are your options.
My biggest takeaway is that the gay cowboy can come on demand. Like, that is what I'm, like,
Yeah.
2 instances now.
That's true.
He knows how to just plead.
That's
with 2
super
minutes or less.
impressive.
He knows how to just
Second
plead.
of all,
Yes.
is his dick not cold? Like, you're
Ooh,
getting
yeah.
wet
Well, when you're
in air,
Ooh, on the mountain.
and then you got to put it back inside
Look,
the snowsuit.
And then
I know our last episode
Standing
we
up in snow boots. This story is crazy.
Oh, I know. I know. So here's the thing. We talked last episode about how great we are at giving Hummers.
I wouldn't
The
say I'm that
gays-
great, but
The gays know what they're fucking doing.
no, I bet.
They-
and they have stronger mouths than us.
They're stronger because they're men.
That testosterone, that DNA.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, they
But yeah.
must be a lot better.
I loved the straight man in the story. They're all just like, please do it again. Do it again.
Because they're so
They're
jealous
so
that they
jealous.
can't do that.
So
but you
I
can.
think-
Just
and you listen,
do it with
there
men.
is a sub tribe of the gay community where they love fucking straight men.
Oh, yeah.
And not to put the gay cowboy on the spot, but that's one of his specialties is turning a
He loves
straight
it like
man.
it turns him on.
He loves a turning a man.
He loves a turn gay.
Which I get. I get that. I
Yeah.
get that fantasy.
It's a good fantasy.
Like, you want to turn a gay guy straight.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
They would
I mean, I know
never.
I know. I feel like I obviously can't,
It
but
would be
like
insulting.
I get it.
Like, it would be like a hate crime.
But like I understand why that's like attractive. Like you're just so good and hot.
You're so
that they
hot.
change their mind.
Can't.
Yeah.
they
No, it
won't.
would be a hate crime. It's like,
No,
you know
it
how there's
isn't.
like a small percentage of Jews left in the world? There's a small percentage of gays. You can't make them straight.
Right. Fair.
You can't do it. We
Save
should only
the
be
gays.
Save
we
the
should
gays.
only be adding to the community, not subtracting.
I hear you.
All right, listener.
To be clear, I can't turn a gay man.
Nor could I. There's nothing magical about my mouth or puss to do such a thing.
Not when they have men. Like
Not
we're
when they have
screwed.
men. This is the one time men trump women, I think. Wow. All right, listener. Write in. I want to know if you straighties have ever dabbled with sucking the D. And would you rather have your dick sucked or would you rather suck dick?
And if you want to feel the wrath of the gay cowboy, mayhaps write us in and let us know if you'd like to get your dick sucked by him as well.
Again, he will not suck dick, but he will gladly let you suck his dick.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
That's all we have, rats. Yee motherfucking haw.
Happy Pride, rats.
Happy Pride.
As always, thanks for listening. If you're interested in even more bad advice, scurry on over to Instagram and TikTok at Bad Advice Only NYC. We're begging you. Download and rate the show and leave us a review. Talk to you next Monday.
Stay tuned, rats.